I'm sure you know someone either from work, either from school, or either from your neighborhood that doesn't scream for attention, but they're beautiful though. And when you think about her or when you describe that particular person to someone else, you always say, "No, man, I like the fact that they're quiet. There's just something about them and their quietness that makes them more beautiful." Well, when you look at this Audi A4, that person and this car, same WhatsApp group. I discovered a lot of things that I truly think are outstanding about this car. But when you look at it from first glance, it's not shouting, "Hey, hey, hey." But when you give it attention, you will be the one going to the next person saying, "Hey, hey, hey." What are some of the things I discovered? Well, you and I are going to have a look. A big thank you to Audi Center Polokwane for allowing me to experience the beauty that lies within this Audi A4. So the best distance to really look at a car is between 5 and 10 meters because you're close enough to notice fine details but still have a full view of the car's proportions. So let's look at it from this angle, and the first thing you will notice is that Audi's design philosophy was maintained. I mean, it looks clean, it looks modern, although I still think the 2010-ish models looked a bit more aggressive for me at least. But yeah, you get these LED headlights that look aggressive but not overdone, which I mean works with this single frame grille that is neatly finished in gloss black, and below the air intakes add a bit of sportiness to it. So it does look good, and as time goes you just kind of appreciate it more. I don't know how they do it, but they make you appreciate a car more the more you look at it. So now let's look at it from the rear, and if there's one thing that always stresses me out is how cars' rear lights work best when the color of the car is red, and it's for obvious reasons, but it just lands differently sharp. So you get these tail lights, these LED units that are clean and futuristic, stretching horizontally across the rear, almost emphasizing the car's width. And Audi's lighting signature here is subtle, but another thing, it's instantly recognizable. So right at the center you've got the iconic 4-ring logo, and just below you get the A4 and the 35 TDI badges and the rear bumper. And if you look lower, really, Audi has added these bold chrome trim exhaust outlets on either side, giving the car a wider, more planted stance, and you combine that with the black diffuser running across the bottom. What do we get? A winning formula. I mean, okay, you look at it. So the color is called Tango Red Metallic, and you also get these 19-inch Audi sport wheels, 5V spoke S, that look proper. They look sporty. You get 460 liters of boot space with a boot design that includes a wide opening and a low loading tip, making it practical and convenient for loading and offloading, different types of items. Grocery bags, I'm sure you can easily do 15 grocery bags and maybe 3 medium-sized travel bags, and you'd still be fine. I mean, it's a sedan, and sedans are known to have great boot space. Let's have a look at the interior now, shall we? Now, I know this angle is giving car tour from a distance vibe, but sometimes we need to see things from a view of a person who likes having chats with you when you are in the car and they're outside when you're about to leave. So, you get a multifunction 3-spoke design steering wheel with mounted controls for audio, for navigation, and driver assistance functions. You also get this floating infotainment screen position where it's easy to see, but not in your face really. It's not touchscreen heavy either, but it does come with Audi's multimedia interface software that has these icons that are typically monochromatic and often appearing in shades of gray and white against a black background. Yes, that's actually, there you go, which you'll get across most Audi models. So they kept the physical dials for things like climate control, which is great. I mean, in a world where touchscreen everything is everythinging, because you also get black leather sports seats with stitching that is subtle, and they're comfortable really, and they add to that premium feel that Audi is known for. They're firm, They're supportive and they strike a balance between comfort and performance, especially for long distance vibes. Because I realized that with Audi, if you drive an Audi for long distance, it's highly unlikely for you to say you're tired after that drive. They just know how to get that right. You also get this sunroof. It's a glass sunroof. And then you get this gear lever, which I still like. I like how it feels on your hand. And you also get this volume control knob that should be user-friendly for the passenger as well. Before I get into my first impression of this Audi A4, I thought, you know what, let me ask a few people what their first impression when they saw this car was.
It's a stunning car. First of all, the color makes it stand out. What is going on here? The front just has that commanding feel to it. I also love the diffusers at the back. Hello, it's doing what it needs to be done. And of course, Baloyi ke sunroof, guys. It's a stunning car. I can't fault anything.
My first impressions just tell me that this thing looks like a family man's car, right? I don't want problems. I want peace, always.
I'm not a big fan of A4. I'm an A3 kind of girl. I feel like A4 is too long for me.
So obviously when you get into a car, you will have a first impression, and sometimes that can be met with your expectations and sometimes not, right? So what was my first impression when I just started driving this Audi A4? I was very surprised. I mean, with 110 kilowatts, I was really surprised at how much this car packs a punch. I won't lie to you. You see, so when you think 110, you would think, okay, all right. With 110, being able to do this, I mean, I like it. I think I can live with it. Honestly speaking, I mean, with 110 kilowatts, I don't know, did I expect less power? But it really, really is like satisfying. That time it's a diesel. Oh, lovely, likable. One thing I will say is that I wasn't really enjoying the 19-inch wheels on this car, and I'll tell you why. 19-inch wheels they tend to feel uncomfortable on uneven roads, primarily because the tires usually have a lower profile, meaning there's less rubber between the rim and the road. So this provides less cushioning and it makes the ride feel a lot more harsher. And when you see a pothole, you immediately start having a headache. I mean, obviously you're not going to go into it, but like it just makes you feel uneasy. So with 19s, especially long distance, and also it really does depend on where you're driving, but city drives, yes, clean, easy. So this Audi is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine that gives you 110 kilowatts and 320 newton meters of torque. So what does this mean? What does this actually mean, especially in real life? So you've got enough power for quick overtakes and you still get fuel efficiency while you're doing that, right? So this is a perfect car to use as a daily. If you have daily things to do, I think you should be more than happy when you're driving this car. So it's paired with Audi 7-speed S-Tronic automatic transmission. And when you look at its efficiency, right, Audi claims 5 liters per 100 kilometers. And on a full tank, I got 880 kilometers of range, and honestly with 1,000 rands you can fill it up and have some change to make your own financial decisions. So you'll go from 0 to 100 in 8.7 seconds and you get a top speed of 120 kilometers an hour. Because why must I tell you that this car goes or has a top speed of 219 kilometers an hour? So what are you gonna do with this information? Where? Focus, please. But yeah, 219 kilometers an hour. I just thought I should let you know, just so you do nothing about it. So at night, this is where the Matrix LED headlights come in handy, because on dim, you're looking at lighting up about 50 to 70 meters, and on bright you can light up about 150 to 200 meters depending on road conditions, of course, which is good because you can spot obstacles, pedestrians or hazards early, even at higher speeds. And I mean, it improves reaction time to unexpected situations on the road. And when you look inside and how it looks at night, you get this color combination that just works. It's clean, it's white and red accents for the gauge cluster. Infotainment system still looks nice, which I still do prefer because I still appreciate practicality and elegance, over colorful distractions. So if the ambient lighting is anything but white, I'm most likely going to change it back to white, unless of course it's on sports mode. There, it's red, standard. Okay, so let's break down the cost of owning a 2023 Audi A4 35 TDI, right? Now, you also need to remember these prices vary, based on a lot of factors. And I mean a lot of factors. But let's look at this one, right? Priced at 630,000 rands. And if you are going to finance this with no deposit at an average interest rate of, let's say 12% over 5 years, you're looking at a monthly installment of about 14,000 rands, and a full tank of diesel costs approximately, with 1,000 rands you should be good, and that should cover about 800 kilometers, right? You add insurance estimated at 2 to 2.5, maybe let's just put it to 2.5, right? And you're looking at a total cost of ownership of roughly 17,000 rands per month. Yeah. So the car includes a 5-year, 100,000 kilometers motor plan and warranty, covering major services and repairs, ensuring peace of mind for the duration of the ownership as well. It's actually kind of sad. It really breaks my heart to know that this Audi A4 will be discontinued. We won't be getting any of these models from 2025 moving forward. And yes, all good things do come to an end. I understand. Granted, in fact, I don't understand. I'm rejecting it because I think that should only apply for things that are only controlled by nature, because we have no control over it. But things that are man-made, things that we can control, there's no way we can say, oh, good things come to an end. That does not apply. So when I found out that the Audi A4 is going to be discontinued and replaced by the Audi A5, I then thought, hold on, wait, why? Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? And then it hit me, right, that, I mean, the global trend is moving towards coupe-like sedans and SUVs rather than your traditional sedans, right? And the A5 Sportsback, it looks slicker, it looks sportier, coupe-inspired type of design. It kind of fits better, really, with the evolving consumer preference for stylish yet practical cars, especially these days. And if you check, the A5 offers more versatility with multiple body styles. I mean, you'd get your Sportback, you'd get your coupe, you get your cabriolet, which gives it a broader appeal than it would with the A4. And plus, they did mention that the change is part of their updated naming strategy, where even numbered models are designated for electric cars and odd number models for internal combustion engine vehicles. So hopefully, by focusing on the A5, Audi can maintain a single model that will really capture buyers looking for a blend of luxury, like sportiness and practicality, without really maintaining two separate product lines, because I can imagine how stressful that could be sometimes. Yes, just like that. Thank you so much for watching. It's Hanoc Baloyi. Do like, do share, do subscribe, and yeah, you'll see me on the next one and what I will have in store for you. Until then, Yetro Kedrus, Yiriondus.